But okay, I know my ain't looking crazy, but I'm gonna go ahead. I got some few minutes to wait before they start serving lunch. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get into. It's not a story time. This is real. Well, all my story times are real stories, but this is like just to set a record straight. And this will be the last time that I tell this story. It's early in the morning, y'all. Anyway, am I real crazy? That's why I just threw on a hat because I wasn't playing with this wig this morning. But let me just get right into it because I'm sure I'm gonna have to do this in more than one part, and I'm willing to do as many parts as I need to because okay, start from the beginning. My daughter has her own father. I don't talk about, what I'm saying, my kids' fathers on my pages really because the fuck for, you know what I mean? But my daughter, father, about 10 years older than me, we used to party together. That's how she came. My son's father, I have two boys. My son's father was a piece of shit I pulled out the toilet and started dating. Okay? He was abusive, extremely abusive. He was on drugs. He was gay, bisexual, whatever. All of this I didn't initially know. You know what I'm saying? But, things come out or whatever. It was I think after I don't, anyway, that doesn't matter. Let me just get into what I'm trying to say because this nigger keeps calling our youngest son who lives with my mom, keeps calling my youngest son to tell him, oh, I'm not sure if you're my son or not because your mom slept with my best friend. Sure the fuck did. Let's get into this story, okay? So, like I said, I'm gonna have to do more parts. I'm gonna give you all a synopsis of it, and I'll go into more details because this is why I really don't get into like long stories in my life. I'll tell y'all, like I said, little crazy stories, little funny stories, or whatever like that. Stuff I can just cut and dry. You know what I mean? Stuff I don't gotta go and get into too many details on. But so, let me give you a little synopsis. And then by that time, it should be time for me to order lunch. And I'm gonna get home and I'll come back whenever I come back and I'll give y'all the details. Okay? Because that nigger wants to keep talking about somebody that I slept with in October, October 3rd or 4th of 2007. Okay? My son's birthday is October 26th, 2008. Okay? So riddle me this: was I pregnant for 3 weeks or 12 months? Actually, with the dates, you know what I'm saying? Was I pregnant 12 months? That's the question. Let's get into why I slept with this man. It was not intentional. He fine, okay? My baby daddy ugly. His best friend fine, or was. They weren't even best friends, but he wanted to claim that just so he could make the story seem so much ooh ooh. Okay, let's get into it, y'all. This man showed up at my house late one night in October 3rd or 4th, after the police. Well, all right, I'm gonna give all them details later on because they weren't chasing him or looking for him, but he got drug into it and he was trying to circumvent the situation. He ran back to his car, jumped in his car, but couldn't go back in direction to his house. It was late at night because the police was over there by his house. So he had driven over to my house. It was late at night. I just so happened to be up. You know what I'm saying? I heard a little tiny knock, 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 knock on the door. And honestly, okay, that's a lot. I'm going to say that later, but I'll just put it like this. He'd never come to my house before. But because that particular weekend that he showed up is also the same weekend that My son's father had beat me the whole weekend. I was in a leg brace. I had bite marks all over my body. I had to go to the hospital. Like, that is what happened that weekend, okay? So that Sunday night, I think it was, when I'm gonna stop calling him his best friend because they wasn't best friends. Let's call him King Dingaling, okay? And I'm gonna apologize to his situation that he got because y'all, I'm gonna get into that later, but from the jump, I'm gonna apologize to that situation because the fact this nigger is still talking about this 17 years later, even though he continues whenever I don't ain't talked to him in years. We have absolutely no need to talk at all. You know what I'm saying? So I haven't talked to him in years. But the fact that you keep bringing that up to sit there and disturb and disrupt whatever situation he got going on, that man don't have no other child out here, and especially by me. Okay, he showed up at my house late that night because he had heard about, well, he was, leaving that area, but when he was driving past my area, this is what he told me, that he thought about me, you know what I'm saying, and what he had heard happened to me all that weekend, that whole weekend, you know what I'm saying. And during that weekend, he had also, nigger, had also locked me in a room and held me hostage for 8 hours, beating him. His homeboy heard about it, King Dingaling, heard about it. And, you know what I'm saying, when he was riding past my house, he stopped by to check on me. And when he stopped by to check on me, I just so happened to hear the door. I don't even be up at night, but I just so happened to hear the little knock, 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 knock on the door. And I got up. It's King Dingling. What the hell you doing it? He explained to me, you know what I'm saying, man, I was trying to, you know what I'm saying, get away from the police. And I, you know what I'm saying, I was riding past your area, thought about you, you know what I'm saying? So I was, if you ain't mind, I was going to come over here. I wanted to check on you, but I was going to come over here and sit for a minute until I feel like the area clear. I said, okay. He came in, we sat down, we talked, we smoked. He asked me what the hell happened. I told him what happened. He let me know, Rose, I've been told you, you way better than this. You know what I'm saying? Way better than this. But at that point, we had already had a son. So I was trying to, anyway, but I had left him alone. You know what I'm saying? At that point we were not dealing, you know what I'm saying, that October 3rd, 4th, whatever, because like I say, he had just beat me all weekend. I kicked him out of my house and it was, you know what I'm saying. So we, you know what I'm saying, talking or whatever, he ended up staying late because he had great communication skills. I can't take that away from King Dingling. I'm talking about, I'm not talking about nigger. Um, and so we ended up talking for probably about 2 hours and ended up messing around. And that was that. Did not do anything before then, did not do anything after then. And I had been knowing this dude and thought he was fine, had a crush on him and everything for about 4 to 5 years before this, happened. He was attracted to me, but like I said, he had a situation going on. And plus I was his best friends, whatever. And like we both were respectful, you know what I'm saying? But that night that he ended up showing up at my house, something did take place. All right. So the fact that nigger continues 17 years later to call my son and keep bringing that up, bitch, you just want to keep talking about it because you feel like, for one, probably that you're affecting me or you're hurting me. No, you're not. I am so happy and so glad I did that. Other than, you know what I'm saying, the other situation. I mean, not the other, the situation that King Daniel got. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna go into deep apology about that as I get into details with this. But because that's the only part that I have any remorse about. You know what I'm saying? That's it. That's all. Totally it. Totally all. 100%. I do not regret nothing else. You know what I'm saying? You want to keep bringing up something that happened 17 years ago, 3 months before I got pregnant. Okay. But let's really, really tell all my motherfucking business this morning because that was something that just happened. You know what I'm saying? Spur of the moment, wasn't expecting it, whatever. 3 months before I got pregnant. But let's talk about what happened 1 month before I got pregnant. Let's talk about what happened that December when somebody that I was dealing with off and on, we used to talk back in high school. You know what I'm saying? Um, and he was also telling me like, you don't need, you know what I'm saying, that piece of trash, whatever like that, or just that. He wasn't really going into details. Just let me know, like, you know what I'm saying, because he known me for a long time. Well, you way better than that. You know what I'm saying? You way better than this. I don't really know what's going on with you right now, but you know what I'm saying? Hopefully you'll get it together soon. So, um, me and him were dealing off and on. Mind you, only reason why I even bring this up is because he's fine. You know what I'm saying? Well, fine then, was fine in high school, and still fine to this day. He's financially stable to the point where he will never not worry about being financially stable. Okay? My boy's dad ain't got shit. He ain't got nothing. Nothing. He had nothing when I met him. Okay? He destroyed my life. Um, but you know, I was trying not to judge at that point in time. Like I said, I'll keep it 100. The spirit of Jezebel was on me strong. I wanted a house nigga. I wanted somebody because I worked 10, 12, 16, 14, whatever hour days. You know what I'm saying? I just wanted somebody that could have me some food, you know, clean my house and all this other stuff so that I can just get out there and make money. Keep it real. That's why I'm not with this movement now. Been there, did that 20 years ago. Saw it ain't what you think it is. Okay, mind you, because I don't know if I had finished that. But like I was saying, my boy's dad. I don't know if I should just call him. I don't think it's warlock, but root work or whatever. I don't know. He doesn't. He feel like he ain't. It ain't him. Or at least from the last time I talked to him. Wait, this we talking about something that happened almost 20 years ago. Okay, I was with him almost 20 motherfucking years ago. You've had 1,000 kids since then. You've been married. You divorced. You had 1,000 bitches. Why? Why? You know what I'm saying? Like, ugh. Jesus. Okay. So if I was gonna put my baby boy on somebody, it would definitely be the financially stable dude that I've known since I was 13, 14. Like I said, we talked in high school, but we didn't ever mess around until I was 27. Um, it would be him. You know what I'm saying? But I can't. I can't. I can't at all. My baby boy look just like me. Okay? We've been 3 times to take a blood test, a DNA test, whatever. His daddy ain't showed up not one time. They were gonna pay for it and give him a ride twice. He did not show up. Okay, when my son was 2 months old, I went straight to I scheduled it while I was still in the hospital because I already know I won't have no questions. You know what I'm saying? But so you won't keep trying to do this to him. So you won't keep trying to pick on a kid. for his life, since you want your kid, since you won't keep trying to hurt a child, let's go ahead and shut this down right now. So I called while I was in the hospital. December the 2nd, I think it was, is when we went and took our first DNA test. He didn't show up. So when CPS got all involved and all this other stuff, they went twice. You know what I'm saying? Because he wouldn't keep bringing it up. Well, I don't know about the little one. You know about the older one. You wouldn't do shit for him either. Matter of fact, you keep telling him you're gonna get him shot. You're gonna get him jumped. You know what I'm saying? Like all kind of, y'all just don't know. I wish I can discover what portal I open so I can send this bitch back to hell. Okay? What's the point in calling? What's the point in doing that? You know what I'm saying? What's the point? Why don't you go take the test? Because you know he's yours. You told me that 1,000 times. You know that he's. I'm gonna talk to y'all because I don't talk to him. He won't go and take the test because he's told me 1,000 times. I know that's my son. So I don't. You ain't got to do shit for him. Just go away. You know what I'm saying? Stop bothering him. Quit trying to hurt him or them. You know what I'm saying? Because now the oldest one, our oldest one, which you never denied, well, you did try to deny him in the beginning, but he looked so much like he couldn't deny him. He looked so much like him. But you talk shit like, okay, back to what I was saying, 'cause I'm getting disrupted, y'all. When distracted. Let me say this and then I'm gonna get off because I know it's lunchtime and I just want to go ahead and get my lunch and hurry up and get home. And I'll come back and I'll fill in all the details to what actually happened. Uh, but listen, because he says, well, I don't actually do the roots myself. He get his stinking fat ass god sister, whatever she's supposed to be, to do it. Um, he's like, so I don't do it. I get her to do it. She do whatever I want. She do whatever I want and all this other stuff. Bitch, I don't give a fuck about none of y'all. Okay, I'm surrounded by these. Anyway, let me explain something to y'all. It's difficult to get out of a situation when people do that shit to you because deep down inside that you don't want to be with them. You know what I'm saying? But it's something that inside of you that keeps trying to tell you that, you know what I'm saying, you do or it's okay or, you know what I'm saying, you love them or some shit like that. Like I can't explain it to that degree. But all I know is that day that when he told me what he did, no, mm-mm, you don't get to do that. You don't get to do that to me because I'm not attracted to you. You know what I'm saying? I don't really want you or really like you or none of that other stuff. I'm trying to make it work. You know what I'm saying? Then we had a kid, so I'm trying to make it work for the kid. Then, we had the second one, and that's why he's so upset with the second one because the second one was the one that made me strong enough. But also at the same time, you know what I'm saying? Getting held in the room for 8 hours and beat on and all that shit, that'll help. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, when somebody's working it on you, it's difficult. Wasn't that difficult for me because I had a praying mother. You know what I'm saying? I had support. And I definitely I prayed too. You know what I mean? But when I was not well enough to pray for myself, my mother definitely was my support system. The hardest part is the shit that they keep trying to do. You know what I'm saying? The not just going away. Something is wrong with you and you do not know how to let go and move on. Um, there's something wrong with that nigga. Uh, but never be afraid to leave because you can. You can. Don't let nobody tell you you can't, because that's what he tried to tell me. Don't let nobody tell you that you can't. It's rough because it's a lot. It's a boy that fight, and I don't know if it ever stopped. Just like I said, I don't care if I ever get nobody else in my life. I don't care if I spend every day by myself. Nigga, I will not be with you. And I won't. When I left, ain't look back, ain't nothing. I tried to co-parent, but you can't co-parent with him. You can't. It's fucking possible. I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna talk with y'all deeper on this stuff because it's a whole lot. It's a whole lot. I don't get into major details with y'all because, like I said, I have to go through so much backstory or so many details. Y'all don't let nobody play you like that. And especially, you know what I'm saying? I don't know, God might got a man out here for me. You think I'm gonna sit here and let your scrawny looking, you fucking piece of shit. And see, my kids don't be on my, so I can talk like this. You bitch ass fudge pushing whore. I I would die first. Do you understand me? Because I know I'd go to heaven, but you would never, ever, ever, ever fucking get me again. You understand that? I would say a whole lot more if there was not right now sitting at this table, you know what I'm saying, a little bit too close. I don't know if you can hear me or not. I'll say a whole lot more. But actually, you know what? My grandma said when you ain't got nothing nice to say, don't say nothing at all. So I'm not gonna get, you know, but y'all just understand nobody can hold you. And if there's somebody out there better for you, don't let that bitch hold you. Get your ass away and be good enough for yourself. Okay? Now, like I said, my baby is getting those calls regularly because the nigger is a bitch. And I did what I did. I sure the fuck did. Let me go get me something to eat. We'll finish this story later. I'm sorry it took so long, but y'all, it just should take probably about 5 hours if I just sit down and really go through it. Look, y'all. Y'all have a great day. We'll talk about it later. But yeah, you want to keep talking about that? Bitch, that happened 3 months before. You know what I'm saying? When I slept with King Dangling. That was 3 months before I got pregnant. Not before they told me I was pregnant. 3 months before I actually got pregnant. But how come you don't never bring up, oh boy, and I ain't trying to start this because you know they'll never find you. How come you never bring him up? And you know that I was with him a month before. Nigga, I gotta go. I'm hungry. I'll talk with y'all later.